Spelled like bird.
I know, I think it's and this is the last one, coming back there.
We're all set.
Okay, all right, call the meeting to order. Please rise for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everyone. This is the regular scheduled Board of Public Works and Safety meeting for Wednesday, September 17th.
Mayor Lamb,
Here,
Betsy Barnes,
Here.
Bob Clemens, Jim Crook, here, Billy Gomez, or president.
first on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of the prior meeting, which was held on Wednesday, September 3rd. Approve, in a second. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Addition of new items, we do not have any today. So next up is our employee of the month. So typically, or sometimes we do have co-employees of the month. So this month was nominated by our own Danny Burgess, Eric and Mark. You guys want to come forward? So everybody in the community knows, and certainly everybody in this room knows, after a 3-year project, the Sarments Park is now open, and I can tell you, we're there a lot. It is packed, well used, all the different amenities component to it. So great addition for the city. But over that 3 years, there was a lot to do staff-wise. So our vendor was great. Company that actually constructed it, but Eric really was there almost on a daily basis doing our inspections, looking out for on the site decisions that we had to make changes to. So Eric covered that, and then as it kind of got closer, Mark really was there almost every day too, to make sure that everything that we're doing, the final touches, really came through, were done right, and did a fantastic job with that. So a lot of people involved in Sarments, I understand, but I think these two, through the construction part, through the finishing touches part, really helped pull it all together. Would you not agree, Jenny?
Absolutely.
So anyway, so congratulations, Eric, Mark, very well deserved. Either one or both have anything to say? No. Well done, Eric.
I'd just like to thank the entire PACE department and my direct team. Also, this wouldn't be possible without the support of the fire department, street department, and the water department. So, because of you, this is possible.
Very well said. Yep, and accurate.
Ready.
Mary,
I'm ready.
are we centered?
You need the minutes. We can move the envelopes, have the cup. Give me big smiles, 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
All right, great job, guys. Thank you. Okay, moving on, old and deferred business utility updates. Al, good morning.
Morning. I'll start off with our Phase 4 water project. We do have remaining funds. The third change order to spend those remaining funds is with SRF. As soon as we receive approval, then we can authorize that additional work. On our water supply project, the 24-inch transmission main to the treatment plant, we have modified our route. We obtained the easements. We needed to assemble a letter amendment to the preliminary engineering report and submit that to the SRF. That letter amendment is assembled. We provided the mayor's office with a letter for submission, and that was signed. So we'll get that submitted and keep that rolling. For the lead service line project, we've replaced 51 service lines so far. We are completing the potholing along the downtown interceptor route. Juliet will be the tricky location to pothole. That will be upcoming here in the next few weeks. We'll keep the city apprised. I mentioned before, we did receive the phase 2 funding of the lead service lines for $5 million. We need to have this first phase lead service line project done before we close on the second phase. That closing is May of 2026. So I'll be bringing a contract so that we can perform the design, bidding, construction, engineering, inspection next meeting. Be very similar to the prior one and all reimbursable through the program. We do have one disbursement under our existing lead service line project. It's disbursement number 9 in the amount of $43,334. I'd like to request the board's approval for the mayor to execute that disbursement request form.
So bring this request to board. Motion to approve disbursement number 9. Second.
Second.
Second. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with an aye. 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 Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you. For our existing treatment plant project, again, that's completed. We have received our updated NPDES permit, which allows for the use of our wet weather facility. There's a mixer that's currently under repair. We're waiting parts for it under the warranty repair process. For our downtown interceptor project, the subsurface utility exploration is continuing. We are done with the SUE work along 231. So that was probably the most traffic intensive component of the locate work. I mentioned that based upon the contractor's start locations, there may be locations that would remain unpaved over the winter, which is not desirable, especially not 231. So we have identified alternate paving requirements during cold weather and also alternate backfill requirements to minimize the potential for settlement. And we'll be bringing a change order outlining that, but it's well within project budgeted funds. We do have a disbursement request, disbursement number 11 in the amount of $132,092. I'd like to request the board's approval for the mayor to execute that disbursement request form.
Thanks. So just on the, would the pavement surface be similar to the East Joliet one?
It will.
That was all done.
It will. We have alternatives and we're working with Public Works. We could put back concrete. We can put back concrete with an asphalt overlay. So we'll make sure that we meet with your various departments and proceed in a fashion that's desired.
Okay, so bring this disbursement number 11 back to the board. I'll second that. Motion to approve and second. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with an aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes.
Okay. Going off the agenda, but referencing this large 11x17 that I put in front of you. We've been awaiting the contractor's notification of anticipated start dates and locations. So to keep everyone apprised, there is a map in front of you. It outlines the route of the downtown interceptor. And the first crew is tentatively scheduled to start October 7th. I doubt they will, based upon status of submittals, but the contractor is targeting October 7th as the start date. That start date will be at the end of Lewis along the location that we currently have right of way, but is currently grass. We're looking to install the temporary road, actually permanent road, so that we can have a second access point, and then we can move back to the treatment plant and then start to install the pipe. The second start location is at the approximate intersection of Wirtz Road and North. So this is phase 6. At this location, we have an approximate 5-foot drop. That's why we're allowing these two locations to start simultaneously. If we run into anything north, we have several feet of adjustment that we can make. The contractors indicated a potential start date of 11/3 and as late as 12/1. You all probably are aware of our endangered species, the brown bat, that we need to protect. So come October, brown bat season is out and we can start to remove trees. So the trees that require removal or pruning, we'll mark those trees. We'll coordinate with Public Works so Public Works can talk to property owners. A lot of the times they don't understand that the trees in the right of way are not their trees, so it can create some upset. So just making you aware that that is coming here in the near future. Moving on to the Southeast Wastewater Treatment Plant. We have our permits executed by Public Works. I checked on it this morning. We're awaiting one piece of information from a vendor that needs to be submitted with that permit. It's anticipated to be received today, so that permit will be submitted as early as tomorrow. That's the process. We submit the permitting. You anticipate about 60 days for the permit. While the permitting's in process, we review the design with your staff. We identify the cost estimate, and we make final preparations for bidding. For our collection system, we did have a change in scope. There were 3 lift stations originally, and we were fortunate enough to eliminate one of the lift stations and provide a gravity sewer at a lesser cost. We're in process of designing that gravity sewer now. Any questions?
Well, downtown, so where do you see the most disturbance at over there by the 231?
As far as traffic,
Yeah, like what's the biggest headache of the project?
the whole thing.
No, I don't. Clearly, like that doesn't look good.
Right. You know, we have coordinated traffic control with Public Works. We have approved traffic control plans, but obviously any of the more heavily traveled roads, any of the roads that are one way in and one way out. If you look at phase 2, that neighborhood, it's kind of one way in, one way out. Some of the streets off of the main street that we're installing the pipe are one in and one out. So there's going to be some disturbance early on, I think, in phase 2. I have a lot of concerns with South Street. That's why we chopped it up in so many components to make sure that we could perform the traffic control and get things paved as we go.
Foresee like communication, like stay away areas.
Depending upon the approved traffic control plan, absolutely, and we'll use that correspondence. It's better for people to know what roads are closed or lanes are skinnied up before they make their plans to go anywhere.
Thanks, Al.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay, number 1 under new business, request approval to add additional sponsorship levels for the 2026 4th of July.
Yes, Mayor, board before you is a list of updated sponsorship opportunities for the 4th of July parade. As most of you guys are aware that next year marks the 250th anniversary of independence for America. So a lot of bigger and better things are going. Some of the stuff we're looking at doing will require some more contributions from our business community, donors and whatnot. So we've already been meeting. We've had a request to have a larger donation option that's in there for next year specifically. So I'm asking the board to approve that as presented and to send it to City Council for final adoption.
So the first page is a sponsorship, the proposed sponsorship. Is there any, the second one, the parade entries?
Yeah, if we're looking at some waiving of entries, it's been past practice. Any of our veteran groups generally get waived. There are some other groups, but if it's not a government entity, somebody that is bringing a large financial contribution, I'd like the board to approve the ability for the police department to kind of waive those fees that is necessary for our standard fee is $50. We recoup some of the money there, but looking at some of the options that people are looking at bringing, they may have thousands of dollars in that entry. So if they're willing to do that, I think it's fair that we waive that fee. So
We do this just in one motion. Okay, thanks. All right, so bringing this to the board, so they should be looking for board approval to approve the set sponsorship fees, to waiving the rate entry fee on those organizations. Motion to approve, do we have a second?
Second.
And a second, any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with an aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thanks, Adam. Number 2, request approval of contract for asphalt path connection, Veterans Bike Path, community sports. Jenny?
Thank you.
We are coming close to the skate park being finished, so we are ready now to, the city team made some adjustments to connect the path in along the skate park. So it's easier access to the skate park from the path and to bring anybody off the path into the sportsplex safely to continue to exercise or enjoy the amenities there. So I'm looking for board approval. We got 3 estimates, one from Olson, one from Milestone, and the other from Site Services to do the asphalt path. I'm asking for approval pending legal review to award to Olson at the lowest bid of $48,800.
Do you know what the other ones were?
I do. Milestone was 59,840. And Site Services was 62,300.
How many feet is it? It's further than.
500 and, yeah.
Okay, so the, of the 3 bids received, Olson was the lowest at 48,800.
Yes.
Before I came to the board, Alex?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. I did get those from Jenny. I had a chance to review them. I think Olson is the lowest, most responsive estimate. I would recommend.
Probably the board has not been able to visit the skate park project, but it is looking, the other day, it looks very, very nice. This is just a nice addition to it. Gives a nice wide concrete path, a little walkthrough, bike trail into the sportsplex and skate park. So, money well spent. So bring it to the board for any questions of Jenny or action. So approve. Bid, do we have a second? Second. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with an aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Next up, request approval of bond from OSMA for work in Heather Rich. Jerry Sequoia.
Thank you. Good morning, Mayor and Board. I come before the board requesting the board to accept the bond from OSMA for work being done in Heather Ridge in the amount of $50,000. It's being done for Comcast. This is
is for the HMA surface at $221,238.96.
Can we do both these? We can do both these together. Okay, thanks, Doug. We'll bring this to the board for questions of Doug or action. Mayor. Motion to approve the separate bonds. We have a second.
Second.
And a second. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with an eye.
Aye.
Five, request approval to release maintenance bond for Betty Court.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, we have a maintenance bond that, for Betty Court North, this is an area in the Ellendale subdivision that has met all its requirements, so we're ready to release the maintenance bond in the amount of $96,102.75. Asking for the board.
Bring this into the board. Motion to approve the release of the bond. We have a second.
Second.
And a second. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with an eye.
Thank you.
Miscellaneous. I just wanted to talk with the Lake Courthouse Foundation yesterday and today, just to give a brief update. All seen the work being done, the large crane out on the square. So the flagpoles, we know, not been able to be used for many years. The flagpole itself is actually wood. The wood is rotted, and so there was a kind of an immediate need to remove that flagpole. There's been quite a bit of structural damage to the tower that they're repairing as well. So that's why the flagpole was removed. They're making the necessary repairs now. They did ask me to share that they had looked as part of this project, what it would cost to, after repairs, to make it properly, replace the flagpole. And it was excess of $1 million. So the decision was made to remove it for the obvious reasons. And there'll be another flagpole placed somewhere on the courthouse property up to the foundation. They would ask me to pass that on. There's a lot of public interest is to be expected. So, anybody else have anything on this one? David?
Thank you, Mayor. Just wanted to update everybody on the walk-in service for the clerk's office downstairs. Last week we had to close it, and then part of this week as well for some plumbing repairs. That's complete. Now they're working on some cosmetic work, and we're hoping to have it available for walk-in service Monday next week.
Thanks, Dave. Okay, our next regular meeting will be Wednesday, October 1st at 11 a.m. And motion to adjourn.
So moved.
A motion, second. Second and a second. Any further discussion?